Jerry, I thought we'd catch a few minutes just to reflect yesterday. You know, Crossroads has been causal about its mission for its whole history. We try and deal with the physical needs of peoples in Africa or the spiritual bankruptcy of those in North America. But when we chatted with the First Nations folks yesterday, they've got this mixture of both that has created these very acute needs. And it's almost like we're on a suicide watch for the nation. And it's really most acute in our First Nations. What do you make of it?
Well, the response is amazing. And yesterday, when you invited that precious couple, the mother and father of that hockey player who took his life, and I reminded them nothing will separate us from the love of Christ, it illustrates that Crossroads published a book, but I want our viewers to know that it has created an ongoing mission, and that schools are calling us. The deputy chief received the book from someone in St. Catharines. Thousands of books distributed, and we want our viewers to stand with us. I mean,
Jerry, you know, I was calculating, if the same rate of suicide that occurred in that 49 community First Nations peoples was applied to Uxbridge, it means that in the last 12 years, a community of 10,000 people like Uxbridge would have experienced 100 young people taking their lives to suicide. Can you imagine, can our viewers imagine what that would do to take the heart out of a community? But there's a lot of new things that are pressuring our kids too.
right.
I mean, bullying type pressures that never existed before. Take cyberbullying, for example. Brings a pressure that follows a person. No matter, they can't get away from it. It follows their phone number or their email address, and in a sense, it almost hides the bully also. So have a look at this clip on cyberbullying.
Cyberbullying is just like bullying over the internet through social media, and it's just like it has the same effect as normal bullying would have on the victim, and it just happens through people saying like negative things through social media, and like just bullies who just choose to bully over the internet, and maybe because they feel safer or they're more secure over the internet rather than in person.
The prefrontal cortex, which is the part of the brain that affects how they look at long-term consequences, how they make decisions now that will have effects in the future. So they don't have that fully developed as teenagers. And so when they are texting, they're saying things that maybe aren't all that appropriate. Maybe on Facebook, they're saying things that aren't that appropriate. They're not thinking of the consequences to themselves or to other people. If they can't get away from that for even a short period of the day, it dominates their lives.
When everything comes together and like sometimes a lot of problems, they just keep piling up and they always have someone to talk to, or they don't think that there's someone there for them. So they bottle it up until a point where they just can't take it or handle it anymore.
In our book, Not Suicide, we have the chapter of Amanda Todd. She very clearly indicated through social media that she was going to kill herself. That was after she drank bleach and survived. Do you hear the cries of young people like I do, like Don does? We hear them here at Crossroads. That prayer line is 24 hours a day. And we began by celebrating life, but many are choosing death. Don, I want to tell you, we have to make it clear today that this is an ongoing mission, that it's not hit and run with Crossroads, that we are receiving calls, but it's all contingent upon the support of the men and women that are watching this. Now, Easter's significant to me because it's the day I was checked out of a hospital where 11 weeks earlier I tried to kill myself. A telephone number is going to be on the screen. And I'm going to ask you on behalf of lost young people to stand with us. Billy Sunday used to say, the cries of lost souls cause me not to be silent. I must cry out. And we have to cry out.
And Jerry, I'm not willing to just allow these to be statistics anymore.
That's right.
Because behind every statistic is a young life, a mom's cry, a devastated family, a destroyed community, a loss of hope. Yet God, the God we believe in, the God that created each one of these young people, created them purposefully, created them for good.
Right.
And I'm appealing with you to our viewers to give to help us to make sure this isn't just a one issue, 1 week
That's right.
thing. It's got to be something that's part of our cause, that permeates everything we do. I mean, in a way, it's the ultimate issue, isn't it?
Right.
When someone chooses to end their life.
And can I respectfully say to our viewers, we offer many resources, but we have to be careful that we don't get a consumer mentality, give to get. We need to give so that young people can live. And we made that promise to this precious family up in Uxbridge. We made that promise to First Nations and the deputy. And we made that promise to a precious girl that was the third most Google searched name in 2012, her name Amanda Todd, and she committed suicide. Her YouTube video is the only memorial left. So please stand with us. That's why I, with no timidity, tell friends here and abroad, Crossroads stands head and shoulders above every broadcast ministry I know, and it needs your financial support today. We thank you in Jesus' name.